Bitcoin broke outside of the symmetrical triangle and literally was only a few dollars off with reaching our price target, but right now Bitcoin looks to be creating some new consolidation phases. So I will be exactly talking about this, the most important news that currently is playing out in the market, all the most important charts here on the weekly, daily and quarterly time frame. So make sure to watch this video till the end because I will be exactly discuss where we should be looking next. So don't forget to slap up that like button and let me jump straight away in towards the imminent short term of this video. So looking at the imminent short term of Bitcoin, we created symmetrical triangle yesterday, and ever since we had the breakout of the symmetrical triangle, Bitcoin clearly moved towards the upside, but only was a few dollars off our price target. But anyways, if you did manage to catch a trade towards the upside right here, then you did definitely made some significant profit. So congratulations on everyone who actually traded this. Right now, if I'm going to be looking up for the next trade on Bitcoin, honestly, I think we're looking here at the ascending triangle, and the ascending triangle is a typical continuation pattern. So likely what I'm expecting is that there is actually going to be a continuation. I mean, yesterday I already discussed it. So many people across Twitter are saying, oh, I'm shorting this right now, I'm doing this right now, but you have to understand the short position is way more dangerous than the long, because Bitcoin can only dump 99% and it can go up thousands and thousands of percent. So if you're swing trading, the short position is way more dangerous, and that is why I'm very careful with shorting Bitcoin. If I'm expecting Bitcoin is going to come down, I rather want to be waiting for a good level to actually open up a long position. So Bitcoin doing an absolutely incredible job, and I personally think that this is going to be the next breakout we should be looking at. And yes, these are going to be some amazing price targets. Whether it's going to be up, it's going to be somewhere around 36.4k, and if it's going to be down, it's going to be somewhere around 33,000 US dollars. So looking at Bitcoin right now here, we just got some breaking news again here, because Bitwise just refiled their Bitcoin spot ETF filing, and yes, this is something not unexpected, since we have already seen that these other issuers are also refiling their spot ETFs. So this is just Bitwise responding to the comments of the SEC. And yes, once again, progress has been made because the issuers are currently actively collaborating with the SEC. So this is suggesting an ETF is going to be launching anytime soon. Then also yesterday we saw ARK Invest Bitcoin spot ETF with the ticker ARK-A is right now also listed on the DTCC, the Nasdaq trade clearing firm. What is of course absolutely again a massive step in the right direction. So it looks to be that the Bitcoin spot ETF is coming closer and closer. And also some breaking news, Bitcoin just hit new all-time highs in Turkey. Yes, because of course Turkey has got hyperinflation. So Bitcoin is doing an absolutely amazing job for everyone who is living in Turkey. So congratulations if you did bought and hold Bitcoin while you are living in Turkey. Further on, we can currently see here is that this is basically the most important resistance that Bitcoin is currently running in towards, is that 36,000 US dollars to $35,000, right? Why? Is because this has been previously the low in the market, and basically we were holding this level up, bounced Bitcoin all the way back towards the upside, and the point we broke below it, that was the point where Bitcoin really started to be dropping, right? So this is the turning point in the market, and currently we have been trading against this level for 3 days straight here, and honestly I think this is a very important level to be looking at. And you can also clearly see that there's a low amount of volume since Bitcoin just straight away moved through it. There's no consolidation whatsoever, so this is a very important range to be trading in. And honestly, Bitcoin could also fall down back to our support very quickly again, and once it falls below, I honestly think that this level is going to be providing support, right? So this previously ran provide massive resistance here also. So if Bitcoin really comes down, I would see the 32 to 31,000 US dollars as a massive opportunity to actually open up long positions if Bitcoin were to be falling down. I'm not saying it's going to be happening, but if it were to be happening, I will definitely be a buyer over there. And this chart tells it all, because this chart is literally visualizing all the important support and resistance with all the numbers on the right side of it. So yeah, if you were to be looking at some very important levels of resistance, make sure to be looking at this chart right now here, because yes guys, you can see the biggest resistance ahead of ourselves is 36.5k. Why? Is because it's that clear weekly low in the market, and once we broke below it, that was the point we went exponential towards the downside. This is the clear weekly high right here, 46.8k, and this is that previous low in the market that got us also rejected for a couple times. So honestly, I think these are the most important levels to be looking at for Bitcoin. And honestly, if we really potentially break above these levels, then we're probably going to be flying very quickly towards that $60,000 again here. Honestly, I'm not expecting that Bitcoin is going to go up so fast, and I mean, if it happens, I will be definitely pleased, but I'm not expecting it's going to be happening so fast. So if I'm looking to be trading Bitcoin right now here, I'm looking at the imminent short term right now, but for the bigger perspective, I'm of course holding Bitcoin because I'm a long-term believer, and that is why I'm just holding Bitcoin. So if you, I mean, boys and girls, if you're willing to trade Bitcoin, this is really the time to do it. You could also trade altcoins. There's a lot of volatility, so there's a lot of money to make here. So if you're interested in trading, go to the link description of today's video, because this deposit bonus is only valid for another 5 days. So make sure to be quick here, because you can currently claim a free $1,000 airdrop position, and all you need to do is sign up an account using the link below, deposit $100 within 7 days, and complete KYC to claim this insane deposit bonus. So make sure to go to the link description if you are interested in claiming this insane bonus. Further on the daily time frame, of course, Bitcoin went absolutely exponential, set a new yearly high, of course, broke above this resistance right here. Looking at the EMA ribbon, you can clearly see it has been breaking upwards. It was already breaking upwards before. In general, looking very strong. One thing that we can currently see here is that on the daily RSI, it is quite over exhausted, right? So I won't be surprised if Bitcoin is going to see at least a slight consolidation or a slight cool off. I mean, honestly, it would be very great. Why, you may ask? It's purely because of the distribution of supply. So this is very interesting. We can currently see, and this is from the durational route, guys, there's been so much reaccumulation around that 26 to 30,000 US dollar region, and right now we are sitting around $35,000, and there's not been a lot of reaccumulation right here. And I think it's very important to have reaccumulation, and right now, since we entered this range right here, we're probably going to see a lot of redistribution from supply. Some people that are actually interested to sell their Bitcoin are going to sell it off right now, and the people that are actually interested to be buying it are going to be buying it. So that is redistribution from supply. That is what we're probably going to be seeing again around a region. Maybe it's $35,000, maybe it's $40,000, but we're going to be looking at the new region where we're going to consolidate, because that is what you always see in the price action of Bitcoin, right? You always see these things happening. So we saw it right here on this region right here, we saw it on this region right here, and I mean, you can clearly even better see it on the 3-day time frame, right? So you can clearly see this has been a reaccumulation phase over here, boom. This has been a small little reaccumulation phase, this also reaccumulation phase, this also, and then you have these exponential movements between, right? So that is basically what happens all the time. Also, you saw it here at the bottom, Bitcoin, a lot of reaccumulation. This was a massive reaccumulation phase, and this again, massive reaccumulation, and right now Bitcoin is moving up exponentially again here. So we're just waiting before the massive reaccumulation phase is going to be starting again here. So that is interesting to be seeing right now here. Honestly, I think consolidating is good for Bitcoin. Right now we're quite overexhausted, so I won't be surprised if it's going to be happening. It's not a good analysis, because I don't know exactly where it's going to be reaccumulating, right? So that is why I'm looking at these important levels. I think $36,000 is resistance to be breaking. Honestly, I expect we're going to be staying above the 32,000 US dollar level. I don't really think we're going to be breaking below it. And honestly, if there's going to be some massive news hitting the market, like the ETF is going to get accepted, we're probably going to see even more volatility towards the upside. And yes, Bitcoin is right now just breaking out massively towards the upside. And I mean, it's right now important to be looking at the biggest resistance levels. And I think the biggest one ahead of ourselves is just 36.5K. This exact level that I'm pointing out, this red line right here, 36.5K is the massive previous low of this reaccumulation phase on the past. And that is why I think that is going to be the level to break. And that's why I also think we're probably going to keep consolidating in this region right here. Potentially even move up to 36.5K and potentially even move up to 36.5K, then come down again here and probably consolidate a little bit around this region right here. That is at least what I am expecting. I think Bitcoin is going to be slowing down a little bit here, but if it doesn't, I mean, I won't be, but honestly, if it doesn't slow down, I would still be super happy and I will be still benefiting from it, because I've got a big hodl position in my accumulation wallet. So further on, Bitcoin create this massive head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's got a price target around 74,000 US dollars. This is of course a beautiful breakout that we've seen, and there's a lot of follow through, and that is of course the thing you want to be seeing here. So honestly, for the next bull run, I'm super excited, and $100,000 may seem like an insane target, but it isn't insane if you're going to be understanding the fact that pension funds are actually going to be aping into Bitcoin. So I am super excited, and you have to understand that there could be a lot of upside for Bitcoin. There could be a lot of upside for Bitcoin with these ETFs coming, and ever since Bitcoin is right now breaking above this level right here, and I could even extend it, what I have not even done here on this chart right now. This is literally one of the most important levels of resistance that we're currently breaking above here. Massive previous support flipping into resistance, right now breaking above it, right now breaking above it. So there's some very big historical things happening right now for Bitcoin. And please don't show this chart to the bears, but honestly, Bitcoin is right now creating somewhat of a rising wedge still here on the weekly time frame. So this is maybe a sign of worry, some would say, but honestly, I don't really think that Bitcoin is going to be moving down to $12,000 or $15,000, what some people are still saying. All the things are lining up. There is clearly interest in Bitcoin because it's been up more than 100% year to date. Stock market has only been up 10%, and gold only been up a few percent as well year to date. So there's clearly been interest, and Bitcoin clearly been leading the way towards the upside. So that is why I'm not expecting necessarily we're going to go down here. I mean, it came from $69,000 all the way down to $15,000. FTX collapsed. It's a free market and then went up again here, what is of course absolutely massive. Looking at the short term, guys, however, and we're going to be looking at the liquidations here, left and right, above us and below us. I think, yeah, you can clearly see 35.2k are laying the majority of the liquidations on the top side, and below us it's going to be around 33.5k. So whether Bitcoin is going to be moving up or down, you should be looking at these levels, because here's where the majority of the liquidations, long and short, lay. And usually Bitcoin tends to be searching for these liquidations to, of course, crush these people here before moving up, right? Because Bitcoin likes to be going towards these levels where majority of liquidations are laying. So pay attention towards this chart. You could be trading very well from it. It's just on CoinGlass. Everyone can use it. But this was it for me in today's update video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.